You are sitting at a table, drinking tea, when the room executes a sudden tilt. You grip the edge of the chair, waiting for the floor to level out. It feels like a panic attack, but it is a distinct physiological event. Clinical data shows that up to 36% of women experience disruptive balance issues as they enter their 40s. These sudden dizzy spells are driven by unseen hormonal shifts that are actively destabilizing the body's internal balance center. Understanding the mechanics of this transition moves vertigo from a frightening medical mystery into a highly manageable biological process. This balance disruption presents in 3 distinct ways, depending on how your specific neuroanatomy reacts. The first is BPPV. You roll over in bed and the room violently spins for about a minute. This is triggered purely by a change in head position. The second presentation is orthostatic. You stand up from a chair and the blood pressure fails to quickly adjust, leaving you with a sudden wave of lightheadedness. The third is a lingering, chronic unsteadiness, combined with a heavy pressure in the head, which is the hallmark of a vestibular migraine. These 3 symptoms feel completely different to the person experiencing them, but they all share the exact same underlying hormonal trigger. Deep inside the skull is a network of looping, fluid-filled tubes called the vestibular canals. This is the biological hardware responsible for your spatial orientation. Floating inside that fluid are otoconia. These are microscopic calcium carbonate crystals that act as internal sensors, detecting gravity and linear motion to tell your brain exactly where your head is in space. The inner ear is heavily populated with estrogen receptors. Estrogen actively produces the proteins that physically anchor these specific crystals in place. When estrogen levels shift, the physical anchors holding the body's primary balance system together begin to fail. The unique timeline of perimenopause dictates exactly when and why this delicate ear anatomy falters. This line graph shows the typical trajectory of estrogen levels between the ages of 40 and 50. The hormones do not slowly and smoothly decline. They swing erratically up and down. These severe spikes and steep drops disrupt the crystal maintenance process inside the ear. The protein matrix dissolves, causing the otoconia to break entirely loose from their anchors. Those displaced crystals drift into the wrong canals. When you move your head, they stimulate the nerve endings incorrectly, sending false movement signals to the brain and triggering extreme spinning. This exact same hormonal volatility weakens blood vessel tone, overstimulates the nervous system, and amplifies the resulting anxiety. The primary mechanical trigger for midlife vertigo is the erratic fluctuation of the hormones, rather than a consistently low baseline. You do not have to endure the disorientation. There are actionable strategies to regain physical stability during the transition. The immediate physical fix for detached ear crystals is the Epley maneuver. It is a guided sequence of head movements that physically rolls the loose crystals out of the sensitive canals and back to where they belong. With the mechanics addressed, the body requires systemic nutritional support. Magnesium is necessary to calm heightened nerve excitability, which directly reduces the frequency of vestibular migraines. Vitamin D is the next requirement. Because the displaced otoconia are made of calcium, your body needs adequate vitamin D to maintain the calcium metabolism required to stabilize and rebuild those ear crystals. B vitamins play a critical role in protecting the myelin sheath, the insulating linger wrapped around your nerve fibers, ensuring that the spatial signals traveling from your inner ear to your brain remain accurate. Finally, adding botanical adaptogens like ashwagandha helps quiet the stress pathways, breaking the compounding feedback loop between physical dizziness and nervous anxiety. True resolution requires this dual approach: physical recalibration to clear the crystals, and specific nutritional reinforcement to stabilize the entire nervous system. Perimenopause is a temporary phase of recalibration. By addressing the root mechanics, the body can adapt and regain its fundamental balance. Providing the body with targeted neuronutritional support gives both the vascular and vestibular systems the exact materials they need to weather the hormonal volatility. Women do not have to accept persistent disorientation or restricted movement as an inevitable part of the aging process. Rather than treating sleep disruption, anxiety, and dizziness in isolation, a comprehensive, multi-ingredient approach supports the interconnected systems experiencing the transition. With the right physiological support, women can successfully navigate the perimenopause transition, feeling strong, steady, and entirely like themselves again.